chair with a seatbelt.
Have you stopped us?
163 the road traffic. I don't say I can dictate your name and your address.
Have you stopped us? Have you stopped us?
You've approached me and I
have you stopped us? Shabba, come on. What's not Shabba? You can't panic.
What's that?
No.
No, let me just explain to you.
Well, us being gypsies, that's what it is, mate. You found that we're from the gypsy gang and you're starting.
No, let me explain to you. You're obstructing a roundabout.
We're going to drive now. We're getting off the roundabout.
You're not going to drive anywhere. I'm requesting the details. 163 the road traffic.
Well, this is an unsafe place. We're on an unsafe place. We're blocking the road. Can we pull up? We live there. You can come there.
What's your name?
No, drive there. We're going to get it by a car, bro. We're going to get it by a car. Listen, we know our rights. Are we obliged to stop being talked to you? No, okay, let's move then. We're being obstructed. Move then, please.
You committed offence. Not wearing your seatbelt.
I'm not committing offence.
You have. You're both not wearing your seatbelt. I saw you quite clearly.
No, we're stopped there. We've come off from there.
Both of you wearing your seatbelt.
We're asking you a question.
Well, I've explained to you. You're committed to offence, not wearing seatbelt, which I'm going to dispose up. We have a fixed penalty ticket. So I require both of you to both give me your name and address. What you can do is make your way to the lay-by, which is, as you already said, Thomas said, I will deal you over there. So pop around, we'll have a chat over there. That's marvellous.
Yeah, go on then, mate.
Just lay there, thank you.
Yeah, go on then. Go on, go. Yeah?
Just drive around, lay by.
Fuck you. We've been doing nothing. Go fuck yourself, mother's cunt. Go on, Shabba, put your foot down.
What's good, family? So mash the like button, subscribe, and lick off the bell. Oh man, listen. You man know who follow the channel that I've been roasting Billy Ho Saunders, but I got you man again. You man know me. If you man do know me, you'll know that I judge people on a case by case basis, and I have to give Billy Ho some credit here because whilst it's clear he's definitely spiraling. The reason I'm giving him credit because often we hear a lot of these so-called gangsters. Oh man, I'm from the hood and etc. etc. But when the police turn up, they talk about, oh man, you know, it's institutional and all that gangster energy goes, yeah? But when it's people that look, listen, when it's people that look like them, they got the knives, yeah? They got the blicky, they're ready to go. But when the feds turn up, oh man, it's, my people and it's institutional and, all that kind of funny style behaviour. The behaviour changes and I don't respect that. So like I said, whilst it's clear Billy Ho Saunders is spiralling, I'm giving him credit because at least he's keeping that same energy, yeah? Even myself, if I get pulled over, I'm not saying I'm a gangster, obviously I'm not, but when I get pulled over by the feds, yeah, I'm on my P's and Q's, I'm nervous, yeah? So I give Billy Ho Saunders credit for telling, but then again, actually thinking about it, he wasn't in the driving seat. Actually, he wasn't driving, so maybe he had a big mouth because it was his friend's car. Cause thinking about it now, that policeman's going to track that car. He's not going to track the passenger, is he? So maybe Billy is just more conniving than I first thought. Because he's got his friend in a lot of trouble now. I'm not sure you can just do that. I'm not sure you can just drive off. But then again, maybe some of these, I'm not sure if it's insured. Maybe it's one of them bare knuckle cars that haven't got no insurance or whatever. I'm not sure. But listen, like I said, this was a classic because, especially in today's climate in 2021, when you've got all these new controls coming in, I like seeing people put the finger up to the, what would you call it? I like people putting the finger up to power as such. Because, for example, who's he really hurting not wearing a seatbelt? He's only hurting himself. And don't get me wrong, when people speed and they do dangerous things, that's another question. Why? It puts other people in danger. But if you're only endangering yourself by not having a seatbelt on, if that makes sense. No, I don't advise it. I wear my seatbelt. But at the end of the day, if you want to not wear a seatbelt, who are you to tell? And especially these days as well, I wouldn't mind so much. But they give you fines, yeah? This so-called government loves handing fines out. Fines for this, fines for that. Take the Michael. You'd think that they paid us, if that makes sense. What do you mean a fine? Who are you to give me, you know what I'm saying, no fine? Who ordained you with the almighty power to hand fines out? I don't get that myself. So again, I respect Billy Joe Saunders for keeping that same energy. I can't lie. I watched it a few times. This was, I can't lie. Listen, this was a good watch. It was good. Billy Joe Saunders, he starts going, yeah. And the filth's talking, yeah. The filth is trying to, the filth's trying to talk, yeah. I can't get it out, but listen, it was funny, I can't lie. It was proper. I give Billy Joe Saunders credit for this, you know. I give him some serious credit, because the filth was trying to talk, yeah, but the plod was trying to talk, and Billy was going, yeah. Like, you know when you do, like if you're trying to mug someone off, yeah, tell me more, and then he just drove off. Man, no, it was good. Even though, again, I'm pretty sure his friend's gonna get some sort of, or at least I think he's gonna get probably what, 300, 500 quid fine. So I'm sure you can't just drive off like if the policeman asks you for your details and you've been caught under the Road Traffic Act not having a belt on, you have to give your details over. And the way the system is today, it's not like the old days where you can just drive off. These days, it's all in the system. And but maybe not though. Maybe the reason the guy drove off, maybe he don't have no details. Because Billy Joe Saunders was saying, we don't have to give you no details. Yeah, we don't have to give you nothing. Even though he did, because he'd actually committed an offence, if that makes sense. A lot of these people these days, they watch these videos online. I don't have to give you no details. No, you do. If you've been caught doing something wrong, you do. That makes sense. And obviously you got caught slipping without a seatbelt on, allegedly. But then again, the thing is today, well, tell a lie. I was about to say, if the policeman don't have no proof, but again, the problem is, the system is all built in because guess what? The judge, all the judge cares about is what the Fed says, yeah? Whatever the filth says, the judge will listen to. So it's not even really about proof anymore. The filth who are full of lies, they'll just say, hey, he didn't have a belt, or one of the old ones, I'm not sure if it's still used today, but one of the old ones used to be, I can smell marijuana. Yeah, I can smell the kush. I can smell you got the fire in the car. That's what they'd say. And obviously, they'd be able to pull you on that. It's not used so much these days, I don't believe. I'm not sure, though. I haven't really been pulled over much recently, but that's one of the old ones they used to use to kind of get into your business. But that's the problem, you see, with these busybodies. I've always wondered. These road cops, there's a whole bunch of other crimes going on. And you man got nothing better to do. And that's why I'm giving Billy Joe Saunders I'm giving him credit. I'm rating him because most people, myself included, don't do nothing, or we kind of acquiesce to power. So I'm respecting him for keeping the same energy, yeah. Because spiraling or not spiraling, most people, in fact, I'm pretty sure everyone, guarantee you, everyone listening to this video, when the filth turn up, you know what I'm saying, you have to kind of grab your ankles, because you know what I mean. From my point of view, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I just want to get home. I can't, it's going to be quicker for me just to grab my ankles quickly. Yeah? It's going to be quicker for me just to grab my ankles quick and submit. And it's unfortunate, but that's the way it is, isn't it? What can you do? So the fact that Billy Joe has said, for whatever reason, rightly or wrongly, he said, not today, not tonight, Josephine, and drove off. I rate that. Yeah? That's that kind of energy that you've got to have if you're going to be doing the kind of things he's doing. So he's definitely, in my book, Billy Joe at this point in time, definitely got a few brownie points from the YB today. If nothing else, it was a great laugh. Honestly, it's mad. I'd love to know what happens though, because what can they really do? And to be fair, historically speaking, a lot of the filth here, they're quite scared, you know, of the bare knuckle people. They're quite scared. They're quite scary of them. I was near where I live, or in my town or whatever. They've obviously got a bare knuckle. What do they call it? They've got a bare knuckle. What's it called? They've got a bare knuckle area where they can post up, and the filth never wanted to go down there. Yeah, you'd always hear about goods being robbed, and they ended up down this particular lane or whatever, and the filth would never go down there. The filth was shook. Yeah, that's a fact. The filth was too shook to go down there, and you know what I'm saying, and get people's bits back. So who knows? Maybe the filth won't do nothing. Because the thing is, if you ain't, then again, you've got to have a car registered to some address. So the letters are going to be sent somewhere, and every car's got an owner. So yeah, someone's going to get got for sure. So I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to think. Driving off like that. I don't believe. I could have read it, but I can't even bother. But I don't think it's going to be just a fine, though. I don't, because of what happened, if that makes sense. If you just get caught with no belt on, it might be a fine. But driving off like that, that's not how the game works, I don't believe. Otherwise, everyone would do it, wouldn't they? If you could just get away with driving off, I think you're going to end up with either a big fine. What else can they do? They're not going to put you in jail over that, are they? But who knows? How else can you enforce the law? If everyone could just drive off, I'm pretty sure a week in the cells or whatever would sort you out. Yeah, stop all that. Make sure you next time the filth come along, next time the plod come along, make sure you're ready to grab them ankles like the rest of us, 100%. Because ultimately, that's what they want you to do. Ultimately, they want everyone to fall in line and have them ankles ready. Yeah, because I told you before, when the plod turn up to the YB, I'm already looking. When the filth turn up behind the YB, yeah, I'm already looking down at my socks, rolling them down, ready to grab them ankles of mine. Yeah, 100%. So, and that's what they want. They want everyone to fall into line nicely. Yeah. But hats off to Billy Joe Saunders. It was a top laugh. And I'm sure there's going to be some busybodies out there who say, oh, you got to respect the filth. But listen, I respect good police work. Yeah, and seatbelts for me, there's a bunch of other things. Don't get me wrong. If you always hear about police cuts and there ain't enough time. Listen, if you got time to be, and this is the problem, you see, a lot of the reason police like doing traffic stuff, like for example, you're on the dual carriageway, yeah, and you see these goofy speed camera dons standing up on the flyover, trying to catch people slipping. I'm thinking, you got nothing better to do. Everyone, 99% of people on the dual carriageway are going somewhere being productive, ain't they? Most people I know don't really want to be on the road, do you? Most people I know are driving somewhere because they've got to go somewhere. Travelling for business or otherwise. Most people I know like staying at home. Most people don't want to be travelling all day. And the last thing you want when you are out is for some goofy speed camera muppet to be sitting there trying to catch people. Got nothing better to do. Go and handle some real crime. But again, the reason they do that, the reason they're into all of these kind of low-level traffic offences is because guess what? That's what generates the money's coming in. Yeah, when you catch a big nonce case, there's no money coming in from that. You don't get no fines. That don't generate no revenue for the cabal. They want the revenue coming in. Seatbelts and speed tickets, that's where the money comes in. Busting a massive nonce ring, that don't put no money in the coffers. Yeah? And that's why I don't respect it. And that's why I'm not following the busybody. Oh, you got to respect it. No, I respect, again, if police do good work, good solid community, good solid value-adding community work, I'm all for it. And I'll praise it. But when you're sitting there trying to get in people's way, it's like, got nothing better to do. Go and do a proper job. Yeah, go and handle some proper crimes that are going on that we can salute you for. Sitting there, you ain't got a belt on, mate. Well, he knows he hasn't got a belt on. And the other reason, other than the monetary reasons, because it's all come out now. A lot of these things have been exposed where a lot of these police are given targets. A lot of the police on the street are given targets that, you need to make sure you're doing 100 traffic stops a week or whatever. All this kind of stuff, because they know it generates revenue. But the other side of things are, a lot of these police, they're happy doing that kind of thing. Why? Because it's easy. Yeah? Anyone can sit there just waiting for people to slip up on the motorway or whatever. Sitting and waiting to let people catch people slipping is easy to do. But guess what? Going to bust a seedy nonce ring, that takes effort, takes time. They don't want to be doing that. They want to sit there, drink their coffee, eat their donut, and just, one of them ones. Oh, you ain't got a belt on, mate. Oh, you're driving 33 in a 30-mile. 100%. That's what they love to do. Oh, you're driving a 35 in a 30, mate. All that kind of stuff. And it's pagan. So, on that basis, I'm glad there's people like Billy Joe Saunders in the world. Just giving a little bit of balance. Yeah? It's not going to change nothing, but... Because honestly, be honest with yourself. How many times... Number one, how many times have you done this before? No, let's be honest now. None of you, man, have ever done this. That's the first thing. Second thing is, this kind of behaviour just don't happen with the filth. Everyone falls into line. So when people don't, I salute it. Yeah, 100%.